thinking about changing your life for a long time, haven't you? But here's the truth, change doesn't take years or months. It doesn't even take weeks. You can change your life in just 1 week if you decide right now. The question is, are you ready to commit? Are you ready to look yourself in the mirror and take full responsibility for where you are and where you're going? Let me tell you something, you've got 7 days. 7 days to show yourself what you're made of. And 7 days to take back control of your life. Day 1 is all about mindset. You see, your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can either build you up or tear you down, and it all depends on how you program it. If you wake up each morning with the same thoughts that dragged you down yesterday, what do you think will happen? You'll repeat the same patterns. You'll fall into the same traps. But the moment you decide to rewire your thinking, you'll find yourself stepping into a whole new level of possibility. Now, this isn't just some feel-good advice, it's the foundation of real, lasting change. You've got to remove those thoughts that say, I can't, and replace them with I will, and I'm not talking about doing this once or twice, I'm talking about making it a habit. Every time that doubt creeps in, you've got to shut it down. When your mind says, I'm not good enough, you respond with, I'm more than enough. When your mind says, it's too hard, you respond with, I'll find a way. You see, your thoughts are the architects of your reality. If you think small, your life will stay small. But if you think big, if you believe you are capable of greatness, then greatness is exactly what you'll achieve. There's an old saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right to understand this. If you believe you're limited, you will be. You'll stop yourself before you even begin. You'll settle for less because you've convinced yourself that's all you're worth. But if you believe in your unlimited potential, if you truly believe there are no limits to what you can achieve, the world becomes your playground. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You start believing in the impossible, and soon enough, you'll start achieving what you once thought couldn't be done. Success starts here in your mind. It doesn't start in your bank account, in your career, or in your relationships. It starts with how you see yourself and how you believe in your ability to grow. Because when you believe that you're capable of more, when you understand that your potential is limitless, you start acting like it. You walk with purpose, you speak with confidence, and you take action without hesitation. So today, make a decision to reprogram your mind for success. Decide that you will think bigger, dream bolder, and step into the greatness you've been holding back for far too long. This is where it all begins. By day 2, you start to clean up the clutter. And I'm not just talking about the mess around you, the piles of clothes, the disorganized desk, the chaos that you've let build up in your physical space. That's important too, but the real work, that's inside. It's the mental and emotional clutter. The stuff that's been piling up in your mind, weighing you down. You know what I'm talking about? The toxic habits you've been holding on to? The excuses you've been using to justify why you're not where you want to be? The distractions that pull you away from your purpose? All that mess has got to go. The truth is, you can't create a new life while holding on to the old one. You can't step into a better version of yourself if you're still dragging around the things that are holding you back. The toxic habits, whether it's procrastination, negative self-talk, or bad routines, they're like anchors. They keep you stuck in place. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, that's clutter. Every time you say, I'm not good enough, that's clutter. Every time you waste your time scrolling through social media instead of working on your goals, that's clutter. And until you clean it up, it's going to keep you from moving forward. The same goes for the excuses. You know the ones, I don't have enough time, I'm too tired, it's too hard. Those excuses are nothing more than noise. They cloud your judgment and give you a reason to stay comfortable. But comfort doesn't bring growth. Excuses are just a way to rationalize staying the same even when you know you're capable of more. They are the obstacles you place in your own path, and until you get rid of them, they'll block you from achieving what you want. And then there are the distractions. Oh, the distractions. In today's world, they're everywhere. Your phone, the TV, endless notifications, and even people in your life who don't add value but steal your time and energy. These distractions pull your focus away from your goals. They keep you busy but not productive. You've got to make a choice. If it doesn't serve your growth, it's holding you back. It's that simple. You have to take control of your environment, both inside and out, and decide what stays and what goes. When you start clearing that space, something amazing happens. You begin to feel lighter. You find energy you didn't know you had. You discover focus that was buried under all that clutter. It's like cleaning out a room, you remove the junk, and suddenly there's space for something new. Space for creativity, space for motivation, space for drive. That's when you start to see what's possible. Your mind becomes sharper, your decisions become clearer, and your actions become more aligned with where you want to go. Day 3 is about setting a vision so clear that nothing, and I mean nothing, can shake it. See, without vision, you're just going through the motions. You wake up, you go through your day, and you go to bed without making any real progress toward what you want. But when you have a clear, undeniable vision of where you're headed, everything changes. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop drifting, hoping life will just turn out okay. Instead, you start moving with purpose, with intention, and that's where the magic happens. You've got to know exactly where you're going. You can't be vague about it. You can't just say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. No, you've got to get specific. What does success look like to you? What does happiness feel like? What does your future self look like? What are you doing? Where are you? And who are you surrounded by? You've got to see it in your mind so vividly that it feels real before it even happens. If you can't picture it, you can't achieve it. But it doesn't stop at just seeing it. You've got to feel it too. You've got to immerse yourself in that vision so deeply that it stirs something inside of you. You've got to breathe it, let it consume you. When you close your eyes, you should be able to feel the excitement, the pride, the sense of accomplishment that comes from living that vision. You have to carry that feeling with you every single day because that feeling is what's going to push you through the hard times. When the road gets rough, when the challenges come, and they will come, it's your vision that will pull you through. It's your vision that will remind you why you started. When your vision is sharp, when it's locked in, that's when you stop wondering. You stop wasting time on things that don't align with where you're headed. You start saying no to distractions, to the things that pull you off course. You start moving with a sense of urgency because you know exactly what you're working toward. You stop making excuses, stop putting things off because your vision is too important to delay. You start living with purpose, and with purpose comes power. That's when the change begins to happen. Now, when you get to day 4, it's time to get to work. This is where the rubber meets the road. You've spent time building the mindset, clearing out the clutter, and sharpening your vision. Now it's time to back all that up with action. And I'm not talking about just a little effort here and there. No, you've got to hustle like your life depends on it, because the truth is, it does. Every move you make today is shaping your tomorrow. Every step you take is either bringing you closer to that vision or keeping you stagnant, stuck where you've always been. Here's the thing about hard work, it's non-negotiable. There are no shortcuts, no easy routes to lasting success. You've got to be willing to grind, to put in the hours, to make sacrifices, and to do it all with a level of intensity that separates you from everyone else. It's not enough to work when you feel inspired, motivated, or ready. Anyone can do that. It's about showing up day in and day out, whether you're excited or exhausted, whether it's convenient or uncomfortable. It's about that discipline to keep moving forward. Especially when the excitement fades and the hard part begins. Consistency is the name of the game. You can't just work hard once and expect results. You can't put in effort for a few days and then coast. No, the real change happens when you're consistent, when you keep showing up no matter what. When you push yourself to keep going, even on the days when everything feels like a struggle. On those days when you're tempted to quit, When you don't see immediate results, or when your motivation is nowhere to be found, that's when you've got to dig deep and remember why you started in the first place. You've got to understand that no one is coming to hand you success on a silver platter. Life isn't just going to throw opportunities your way without effort on your part. You've got to take ownership of your journey. You're not waiting for life to give you something. You're creating it. You're building it brick by brick with every single action you take. And that's why the work you do today, tomorrow, and every day after that is so important. It's laying the foundation for the life you're building, for the vision you've set. The hustle isn't about burning yourself out. It's about being relentless in your pursuit of your goals. It's about waking up every day with the mentality that you're going to give it everything you've got. That you're going to make progress, no matter how small. Because that's how greatness is built, step by step, hour by hour. You push forward, even when it's hard, even when the results aren't immediate, even when the obstacles seem overwhelming. Because you understand that this is your life, your future, and no one is going to build it for you except you. Day 5 is about discipline. It's easy to start something when you're feeling motivated, when the energy is high and the excitement is fresh. Motivation will get you off the starting block, but it won't carry you through the race. It's discipline that keeps you going when the motivation runs dry. Discipline is the fuel that powers you when the enthusiasm fades, when the path gets tough, and when the obstacles seem endless. It's the key ingredient that separates those who merely dream from those who turn their dreams into reality. You see, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early when your bed is calling you to stay a little longer. It's putting in the work after everyone else has gone home. It's staying focused on your vision, even when distractions are begging for your attention. Discipline is what carries you through those moments when every fiber of your being wants to quit, to take the easy road, to give up. It's that inner voice that says, keep going, when everything around you says, stop. When you feel tired, when the challenges start piling up, when you feel like giving up, it's discipline that pushes you through. It's that inner strength that says, I've come this far and I'm not turning back. It's knowing that every action you take, no matter how small or how difficult, is a step closer to your goal. Discipline is the force that keeps you moving forward, one step at a time, one day at a time, even when progress seems slow. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of discipline. Look at anyone who has reached the top of their field, anyone who has achieved true greatness, and you'll find discipline at the core of their success. It's not just about talent or luck, it's about the daily choices they made to keep pushing forward, to keep improving, to keep showing up no matter what. It's about mastering the art of consistency, doing the hard work even when no one is watching, even when no immediate rewards are visible. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Everyone has dreams, but not everyone is willing to do what it takes to make them a reality. It's easy to get excited about a vision, but it takes discipline to stay committed to it when things get tough. It's the ability to keep your head down, to stay focused, and to keep grinding even when the journey feels long. Because in the end, it's not the ones who dream the biggest who succeed, it's the ones who stay disciplined enough to make those dreams happen. By day 6, something remarkable begins to happen. You start to feel the change. It's not just in your routine or the things you've been doing, but deep inside where it really matters. You're sharper. The mental fog that once slowed you down has started to lift. Your mind feels clearer. Your decisions are more focused. And you're locking in on your goals with a level of precision you haven't felt before. You've cut away the distractions. You've aligned yourself with a clear vision. And now you're starting to see what happens when you combine discipline with action. You feel more confident too. Not the kind of confidence that comes from wishful thinking, but the confidence born from putting in the work day after day. You've proven to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Those small steps, those daily wins, they've added up. And now you're beginning to see the fruits of your labor. Maybe the results aren't massive just yet, but they're there. You're moving in the right direction, and that progress, no matter how small, is a reminder that you're on the right path. Those small results, they will fuel you. They'll remind you why you started this journey in the first place. You'll look back at the excuses you used to make, at the doubts that once held you back, and realize just how far you've come. That feeling of growth is powerful, and it's what keeps you moving forward even when the journey is tough. The satisfaction of seeing your hard work pay off is a kind of motivation in itself. It shows you that every effort matters, every decision counts. But here's the thing, you've got to stay humble, stay hungry. It's easy to get comfortable when you start seeing results. You might think you've earned a break or that you can ease up. That's where most people fall short. The moment you get comfortable, you stop growing. Success doesn't mean you've arrived, it means you've only just begun. You have to stay hungry for more. You've got to remind yourself that the journey isn't over just because you've seen some progress. There's always another level, always more you can achieve, and you have to keep pushing for it. This is where humility comes in. You recognize that while you're seeing results, there's still work to be done. You don't get cocky or complacent. You keep your head down, stay focused on the bigger picture, and remember that the process is ongoing. You understand that real success comes not from resting on your achievements, but from continuing to strive for excellence. Stay humble in your progress and stay hungry for what's next. Because that hunger will drive you to keep pushing, to keep growing, to keep moving toward the person you're meant to become. And when you hit day 7, take a moment and look back at how far you've come. Just 1 week ago, you made a commitment to change, and now here you are, a different person. In 7 days, you shifted your mindset, cleared away the distractions that were holding you back, set a clear vision for your future, and built the discipline that so many lack. You've shown yourself what's possible when you stop making excuses and start taking control. You've begun to see results, even if they're small. And those results are proof that change is not only possible, it's within your reach. But here's the real power of day 7. This is just the beginning. If you can make this kind of transformation in 1 week, imagine what you can do in a month. Picture where you'll be in a year. Envision how different your life can look if you keep this momentum going. If you keep pushing yourself beyond your limits, if you keep striving for greatness, what you've done this week isn't just a one-time effort, it's the foundation for everything that comes next. You've laid the groundwork, and now it's time to build something incredible on top of it. The journey doesn't end here. You don't stop after 1 week feeling satisfied that you've made a little progress. No, you keep going, you keep growing. Each day from here on out, you get stronger, more focused, more determined. Because that's how true transformation happens, day by day, step by step, building on the work you've already done. The only difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for less is the ability to keep moving forward, no matter what. So as you stand here on day 7, feeling that shift inside you, remember the journey never ends. You've proven to yourself what you're capable of, and now it's time to take that energy and multiply it. Every day from here on out is a chance to go further, to push harder, to become the person you're destined to be. You've tasted progress, and now it's time to keep going, stronger every day, because the best is yet to come. In just 1 week, you've transformed yourself. You've shifted your mindset, cleared out the distractions, set a clear vision, embraced discipline, and begun to see the results of your efforts. It shows that real change doesn't require months or years. It requires commitment, focus, and the determination to take action every single day. This week was a reminder that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. But this is just the start. Imagine what you can achieve if you continue this journey. A week may be short, but it's the foundation for a lifetime of growth. Keep the fire burning. Don't settle. Keep pushing yourself further, because the journey of self-improvement never ends. So I leave you with this. You've seen what's possible in 1 week. Now, imagine the power of a lifetime. Stay disciplined, stay focused. And remember, the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. The road ahead is waiting. Don't stop now. Keep going, because greatness is within your reach.